The issues. I forgot the name. I will start the countdown for 15 minutes, maybe less because we are less, maybe 10 minutes, and we can start working on that. So time starts now.
Hey Eduardo, I just want to make sure that I'm following because I still haven't done that many of these yet. When you say labeling the issues, what do you mean?
So every issue we label it if it is for next sprint or not. If it's something that will be worked on the next sprint. So you sort of prioritize which pieces of work.
So not looking at the past, not the last sprint, and moving them forward if we need to, but you're talking about the new issues that we want to add for this sprint, right?
Could be old, could be current, or could be new ones. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
2 minutes left. Hello, Mitch. We are silently working on the issues. If you have any issues for reward system, we still have a few minutes left, so please feel free to update your issues.
Can I play some music?
Time's up. Sorry, Juan. All right. Gideon, would you like to start us?
Actually, can somebody else go first? Because it would be good for me to just see
Sure.
it from a pro.
I can
Olivia.
get started.
Okay.
Olivia.
Do you want to start them?
Yeah. Should
Would
I
you like-
share screen or do you want to share screen?
I can share.
So if we just so if we just sort by the stewards working group, this first one we have sorry, I don't know what that's doing and repeating. This product backlog one, the draft advisory board responsibilities, that issue ended up having like 88% support with some abstention, like 5% abstention. So it seems pretty clear. It's near consensus of, oh, you don't have to write that. I think I already wrote it in the issue. So yeah, it seems like that's something that we should get on top of. There's definitely no disagreement there. So I think that the next step is to draft the board responsibilities and then like the pitch for the idea, and then come up with who we should actually ask to be on this board. So the sort of structure of what this would look like and the interactions and responsibilities of board members if they choose to take it. I think I'd like to bring that into this sprint. Skip the next one, the retro action, make a list of priorities, critical work for the TEC.
So,
I think that's actually.
Quick question. When you pass it to the sprint, so it goes to this sprint?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So that this sprint pipeline is the issues for like this sprint that we're having.
All right.
This retro action, make a list of priorities, critical work for the TEC. This was the last retro action. Gideon suggested a polis. I didn't get to it. I did the stewards one instead. I still think this is a good idea. I might need some help on this, but I'd say let's bring it into this. Let's bring it into the sprint and see what we can do with it. The stewards co-op is a yes, of course. The evolution of stewards and stewards working group is pretty much the majority of what I am working on right now. That is Zeptimus's build the deck. So I'd say Zep has already done that. Product backlog refinement, very little to none. I think
Sorry.
all the rest. Yeah, sure.
The build the deck in Spanish is already done, or it's going to be accomplished?
Zep did that, right? Zep, you've already finished. I mean, he gave the presentation, so I think he's.
Oh yeah. We did with Juan. It's done.
Will you mind sharing the link on the issue, Septi, so everyone can have access to it?
Oh yeah. If you want, I can close it,
Sure.
or you can comment and then I need to find the link first.
No worries. Just comment whenever you find the link. Just post it there and close it. Go ahead, Tim.
And that's it, actually. That's already more than I know I can do this sprint because there are issues, but they're all quite intense, except for the stewards co-op. That one's not intense.
And the product backlog refinement, is it for next sprint too?
I mean, look, I very rarely do that. I don't think I'll have time for that, to be honest. So I would leave it in the product backlog.
Sure.
Yeah, I would leave it in the product backlog. And then there's this one weekly working group update 890. It on my sprint board, it looks like it's me and Costa. And I keep trying to take myself off, but I can't. Do you see that one, 890 in the repeating column? Under continuation of the community. Yeah, now click on it and I'm not assigned to it, but I can't get myself not to look like I'm assigned to it. Okay, so that I would say is all. And then sprint, the coordination for 221 for the stewards working group. Can you open that one?
Which one, sorry?
221 in the repeating column, in the repeating pipeline, all the way at the bottom. So I have a question for you in there. If you scroll down.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's really, I mean, I think you've been doing a great job. So I feel like, I don't know if you meant to take this on for one sprint or if you'd be interested in continuing facilitating, like being the scrum master for the sprint and the retrospective. But I think you've been doing really great. How do you feel?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, for me, it's just, for me, it was just something that I think, in general, I think every one of the stewards who has attended more than 10 of these meetings by this time could be able to do it. And I also believe it's something that we can encourage rotation on, because it helps to, be more present. So I will encourage some exercise of rotation this. I can be the fixed one, but there will be interesting, like once a month, twice a month, to have someone, rotating that.
I really like that idea. And with that, stewards are done.
Okay. Livy, would you like to go?
Did you call me? I think you broke
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, full video call is too much for my Egypt connection.
No worries.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was distracted writing. I finally got in the flow to write the draft for the reputation thing for the TC. So I think I just finished. I wanted to do that before you called me.
No worries. Would you like to? We can start with the product backlog, and you can let me know, and I can write or type for you, just in case you can't. So,
Yeah.
the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
The first one says plan and have a roadmap for the ecosystem health development. Will you think this will be for next sprint?
Yeah, so for that, I actually have a question that, well, I would need money to do that. And then how to do when I feel like that's planned already. Like I know what has to be done. Maybe this can even be closed. But yeah, I would need to hire someone. And then I don't know if we are in the place to submit proposals, which doesn't seem like.
So you mean that we can close this issue because this is for planning. So, but for execution, we can open a new issue and maybe label it open for contributors or something along those lines, or just put there that it's a bounty kind of thing.
I think it requires a very committed and talented data scientist. So I don't think it's a for contributor or volunteer type of thing. And there is someone that I'm talking to next week. So I think I'll end up submitting a proposal. Let's see
Okay.
what happens.
So I will close this
Gideon,
one.
you can advise me there. Sure, thank you.
I will close this one, and if you find a proposal or find someone, just open an issue for that. The next one says go host session with Omega.
Yeah, that's also closed.
Any update
I'm
on this?
sorry.
No worries.
Do you want to? Maybe someone else can go, and then I don't need to
Sure.
feel so embarrassed that mine aren't up to date.
No worries. There is no problem on this. I will move on to Mitch, but whenever you're ready, let me know.
Yeah, I reviewed all the things in the backlog. So starting at the top, the FAQ content, I have to see if Christopher is going to do it. He should have all the information to do it. I think it's just a bandwidth thing for him. The grain distribution is held up by getting everybody to activate their accounts and merge them if they need, so that we actually get a realistic cred score for everybody. Z-Way on RAD categories development. It looks like Livy made this one, so I can't say where it's at.
Livy.
I haven't talked to her after I came back from vacation, so I'll talk to her.
Okay. Next one. Oh, well, that's mine. We can skip that one. Fork meeting tracker bot and adapt for our needs. This is by.
I just commented on it now, and I don't know if this is iceboxed or if he's working on it. So,
which one of the ones that I mentioned?
Fork meeting tracker bot.
Right.
So there, the Twitter tracker bot. I think. Looks like Livy. Talking to Christopher, will coordinate with you on this. And that's on the 8th of March. I have a good feeling that this will be iceboxed, but let's just see. I'll just tag them.
And so you think that this one upload FAQ content to TEC Praise dashboard should be something that could be achieved this sprint, or you think you won't?
I can't say because it depends on someone else's bandwidth. So I have to ask Christopher, and if he says yes, then I'll move it. But for now, I probably shouldn't.
Okay.
This sprint, Quant 13, reward distribution catch up, and the animated tutorial for quantifiers.
Correct.
That's what we got.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I said that's what we got.
All right. I saw the post on the reward of this video. Is this open for feedback, or is this just the final
Reward
product.
for the video?
Yeah.
Reward for what video?
No, reward. If I saw that this video was posted on reward working group text channel, and my
Yeah.
question was that if this is open for feedback or it's just done. I'm just open the discussion about it. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
no, we're just giving
it's
it.
not done at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a status update.
okay. All right. If anyone else wants to see it, it's here on the issue or in this on the reward system working group text channel. All right. Is that all, Mitch?
I think so for now.
All right. Juanca, would you like to go?
Yeah, sure. Well, also sharing something outside of work. I am back in Colombia. It was an odyssey to come back, but I am finally back. So
I've heard a lot of people who has been issues with like living in Europe. For some reason, it seems like airports are like collapsed and changing, and it's been quite chaotic. So
yeah, I was planned to fly on Wednesday. I had to fly yesterday, and I slept at the airport. And yeah, it was very stressing moments, but everything comes to an end. Okay, on my issues, we are for this sprint. We are going to continue promoting the research group around psychology and mental health. That is going to have a change on July, and they will be ending the way they are working right now and start a new way of working on July.
Develop on that so I can type down a little more about that in the issue. The change or when?
Yeah, Bianca and Anna have been working on this, and they have been like researching. But the idea on July and for August is that they want to apply a survey to gather some information to analyze around mental health and psychology in some projects. So
Okay.
moving from research to survey and data analysis. On the Aragon outreach, yeah.
Sorry. Do they start this or they will start doing this research later?
On July, like
July. Okay.
we talked that June will be the last month of research.
Nice. Yeah, by that time, it will be nice if we have their GitHub issue so we can add it to repository and open an issue for acknowledging their research process or having an issue for them on that sense.
Okay. Yeah. They have a document. I will link it. I will link
Sure.
it to this issue. On the Aragon outreach, things are going good. We started delivering some tailored sessions for the Aragon community to raise awareness around conflict management. And also, we have already mediated 2 cases in that community. So we are working on this of like being able to provide services to other communities. For the Graviton trainings, the next session will be the 6th session and will be led by Lynn next Tuesday. The website for Gravity, we are having regular calls on Fridays with Durgadas to design all what we want for the page and have this as a landing space for people to know what we are doing and also request support or also for us to identify possible future clients. I will also apply as a speaker to talk about conflict management at DevCon. There's yeah, I just moved it.
Okay.
Yeah, Griff shared a link to submit. So I will submit the application to crossing fingers that I get accepted.
And this one that says that is labeled next sprint that says organizational development for Gravity.
Well, we are tackling that along with the website design. They are two different things, but with making the website, we are also working on the organizational development. So let's add this together with the website for Gravity. And
So it will be for next sprint.
it wouldn't be end on next sprint, but we can start and continue tackling this next sprint, but it will not be end next sprint.
Okay, and this one that says boundaries between services provided by Gravity and TEC.
I want
This
that
is
to still be open in the product backlog because it's an ongoing thing. We are like still in the first steps of this methodology of offering services to other communities. And it's always good to continue talking about this of what are the things that one can offer as a group and without stepping on the other projects. And also we will continue working on unbreakable vows. I aspire that we have the MVP next month because we will not receive more funding from One Hive to work on this. So we want to close our intention and our offering with the MVP of Unbreakable Vows. And yeah, I think what stays in the backlog are the outreach to other communities like VitaDAO, Giveth, and Gitcoin, and also making the Graviton get together that will be done once the third Graviton training ends.
okay. And then they get together. Do you have a date for this?
No, it's something that was very old, but now that we are in the Graviton training, I think it's not the right time. So it's better to do it once we end.
Well, can I suggest as a community thing that could be interesting to do a get together at the maybe at the end of Graviton training? So the old Gravitons will meet the new ones, and they can sort of exchange opinions, practices, and so on. Maybe it will be helpful for both communities.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Nice. Something else, Panka?
The repeating, setting up the workspace for Gravity. I think I will meet with Septi on the following days to make the distribution of June. And also, there's maybe something that it's not an issue, but I need to continue working on coordination in Gravity because I feel that it would be really great to have more support from the team on some of these outreach aspects to other communities.
So you want more support from the community on supporting the outreach from Gravity?
Yeah. Because it's very difficult for me to be talking or trying to understand things in different communities at the same time. So it would be really cool to have some idea or some leaderships that we can say, okay, you are going to be leading the outreach to that community, and that other person is going to be leading the outreach to other communities, so that the workloads are better distributed.
I think it could be really interesting. It's a little bit of what we sort of do on the outreach, which was to have this very simple message, and then, for example, Gravitons, all Gravitons, new Gravitons, you can just map out what other communities they belong to, and just let them know that they can share this message on the other community server. So it's very simple, very effective, and it doesn't take more than 5 minutes. A lot of people who are in the Graviton training probably belong to another projects, so they can do this easily.
Yeah,
But you have
now I think that the community that we are like advancing more is with the Aragon community, and it would be really interesting, yeah, to have more people present in those calls. We have a regular call on Tuesdays, and I think that we have had like 2 or 3 contributors from Gravity joining, but not regularly, and it would be better to have like more contributor and more people helping on this outreach to other communities, because I feel that in the TEC we are in a comfort zone, but to realize that vision of being able to be sustainable by providing services to other communities, we should have more people supporting this of being there for our possible clients. You're muted, Edu.
Sorry, I'm creating an issue for this just to the more execution part. You can fill the gap on this. I label myself just in case if you need assistance with the outreach process. I think it's for us work very well to just have crafted the message in advance and just let people adapt it to however they want and just send it away to the message that you provided or to the channel that you provided or that they feel more like to do.
Perfect.
Right. Is there something else?
I think that's it. I am like a little bit out of the loop because I've had other things in my mind these days. But if there's something else, I will try to add it.
Okay. All right. Gideon, would you like to give it a try?
Sure. Yeah. So all of this stuff from the last sprint is cleared out at this point. Do you want me to go through that, or probably no need to, right?
Unless there is relevant updates that you can provide or that people need to know, it could be interesting. If you closed any main issues or anything that you feel is important for us to be aware of.
Yeah, so let me just add one quick thing here. I'm just adding Nate onto something here. So I would say that of the stuff, I'm looking at the closed stuff first. Yeah, I mean, we got the note out to the token holders. That's out. We got the kind of the initial organization for the Sampo fund managers. By the way, I think we're going to stop calling them fund managers. I don't want to have that any kind of association with the idea that we're actual fund managers. So we're going to come up with another name. So that's underway. We had our first meeting on that. What was the other one? And then we met, Tam and I met with Jeff Emmett to talk about the token engineering consulting intake service. So those were all done. The new ones are, some are related, actually. Yeah, so the first one is having a technical solution, basically a recommendation for Discord token gating for voice and text channels. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
So basically, just this is not the cultural side of it. We had a conversation in SoftGov about that aspect, and what we decided is that the first thing we would do would be to basically just implement this as like a channel to token holders, just for like updates and things like that. Mostly just to kind of like test it out, and that we would talk more in the coming month or so about what this might look like if we were to expand this into something that was really about providing kind of like some deeper value, like possibly like the thing that jumped out was basically collaborating with the academy, the Token Engineering Academy, to do some like building on top of the fundamentals and maybe having some like additional programming maybe that is available to token holders. So anyway, that's that. This is just like the technical aspect of it.
Do you think this could be part of the epic of the members experience, because it's part of the experience of, in general, the members that will be part of our Discord, or you will leave it separately?
I mean, what does it mean to be part of an epic?
Just to be conscious that that's part of our process. Context.
So the way the epics work is you can think of them as like folders for different issues. So if you have a bunch of issues that are all related to each other, you can sort of group them into one epic. So you can, when you open the epic, you can see each of the steps that have been finished.
I see. Yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely related, so let's do it. Plus, I like having things sound epic, so that's good.
All right, and these other two develop first draft for token engineering consulting intake service.
Yeah. So that one, I haven't filled out the details of that. I actually want to sync up with Tam in terms of like what this one should actually look like. And Tam, it looks like you added one in here. It's continue brainstorming. I was actually being a little bit more aggressive, saying like, let's get a first draft done in this next 2 weeks of like what this plan should look like. Yeah. Okay.
I consider that like the drawing I shared, the first draft. A bad first draft, but a first draft.
Okay. Well, we'll translate that into text, and then, yeah. I mean, I think we're pretty close, but I think that there's still some stuff, and I think over the next 2 weeks we should be able to get like a first draft of that. And I think just delete. Yeah. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I think I just deleted one by accident somehow. Hold on. What happened to this?
Look in the closed. Yeah, look in the closed.
That's what I'm looking at right now. Develop high-level framework. Oh, yeah. Reopen issue. That's it. Okay, so is that showing back up again? Yeah.
Yes.
So this one is one that is shared with Nate. Nate's going to be driving this more, but this is basically coming up with the policy first before we actually put a proposal together for a specific amount to the community. As we started digging into this, like this thing's going to be pretty tricky actually. Like there's a lot of like it was easy for us to say like, oh yeah, we should start earning yield. But when we really start looking at it, like there's all these risks associated with like putting our common pool funds into something, especially nowadays. And if there's no risks, then the returns start to like shrink, and then you start to have to wonder like how much are we really going to generate. So that's part of the first thing we're looking at. And then there's issues too with like when we pull funds out of the common pool, if it's a small amount of funds, then it's not that big of a deal. But if it's a large amount of funds, it's going to be hard to get that out of the common pool right now. And then if it does come out of the common pool, what does that do for conviction voting? Like if it's a large amount of funds, then we're basically accelerating the making it much harder to vote on things. So as you can see, like this becomes tricky pretty quickly. So the minute we start like diving into the realities of this, like there's some complexity. So this is like I feel a little bit like a cop out in the sense that two of these things are like draft plans, but like these are complex things, right? These are big efforts, and so we're trying to just kind of like keep it simple and keep moving forward and try to just make progress. And so this is for the treasury policy, the best thing I think right now is to just come up with like an initial a draft policy that we can put out for advice. I'd be curious about people's thoughts on that, by the way.
All right. Yes, Tam, would you like to say something?
I mean, other than, yeah, it's I wouldn't say that having an issue as, you know, the task is drafting, especially for these large kind of multi-stakeholder initiatives, is bad at all. It's just, yeah, well, that's what the work is happening this spring.
All right. Shui, I see that you put your camera on. Would you like to be next? Gideon, if that's all, or you're still missing something?
No, that's it. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Gideon. Shui?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Okay, so for this sprint, we have 1138, the animated tutorial, which is the one that Mitch was mentioning. I already posted the latest update, which is the video. And just to elaborate a little bit more on what I was saying, like this is like not finished at all. It's just like part of the process. It is still like missing, you know, like the information itself, color, sound design. There are still like many things to go. But this is part of the process of animating the characters. So I mean, it's just like an effort that the team has been trying to have for being more open about the process, and especially since it's taken like some time because of the script and all of that. So we're gonna be trying to update like with small things like this. Also, we used to have Mario in the sound department, but I think he's been like traveling, or I can remember. I think he's in the Amazonas, or something like that. But he's like really hard to reach at the moment, and so we decided to approach Miguel from the One Hive TV team, and he was down to start contributing with sound design. So he is joining this team, and we are also using the budget that already we had requested. Like that's gonna be of like no change. So yeah, that's where we are with 1138.
And just a
Mhm.
quick question, Shui, is there an issue for sound design?
Not really, but let's like we could try that. We could try like taking this issue to an epic, and then just like being like having separate issues for the production. But in the end, like I feel that, I mean, we try to do that with the script, and it wasn't really like very like followable by the community. So I would go for updates like this that are a little bit like more visual, or also like if there's like development in sound design, just like post it as an update. Because I feel that, yeah, it's gonna end up just like being not that traceable by the community. I feel that this is just like it meets the purpose of informing a little bit better. But how do you feel about that?
I will say to open an epic, mainly because we are starting to track with the source code bot. So maybe folks like Miguel, who are, um, will like to be rewarded or for some visibility, I think it will be nice to have at least these issues for the main parts like sound or graphic, or just the four key main things that suck more time consumption wise. I would just open an epic for those things. On the all this one making an epic, the create animated tutorial for quantifiers, make that an epic, and within that, the 4 or 5 issues that belong to that are more key to its success. Do you agree, Tam, with that
Okay.
assumption?
Pretty good rationale, yeah.
All right. Next, post new T Academy proposal.
Uh, okay. For the T Academy proposal, I just posted the document that we are working on. I mean, we already have like a proposal regarding like the numbers, but Angela was mentioning and I didn't want to like include this update in the issue, but just like sharing it with everyone else, giving a little bit of context. I've been talking to Angela because the T Academy said that they would like to contribute with like 750 monthly XDAI, which is like it takes out I think like $3,500 or so from this proposal. So we were interested in follow that, but apparently there are some differences in the vocabulary because like in I mean I feel that this is part of a bigger issue, but Angela didn't want to um, let's say make it seem like the TEC is providing for the T Academy because the T Academy have their own comms. But based on the conversation that we were having recently, it's like, why would we have a problem providing comm services to T Academy since it's like one of the things that we do? So we're still like trying to, like discuss what's the best way to present this to the community. Um, this is like something, this is a conversation that has been like blocking the posting of this proposal. However, the T Academy on their side, they are moving forward with let's say hiring Angie Berry formally, and she's gonna have like her own contract and everything, and that's gonna like take off one part of like some weight of the proposal. So like giving the efforts to like take better care of the common pool.
Yes, Tam.
Yeah, I just want to share too that in Angela's communication with me, she also shared that the reason TE Academy wants to contribute is because she feels like she's being so vocal about saying, don't spend any money until we have revenue, but then is accepting this, proposal to spend money without revenue. So she's also saying it's putting your money where your mouth is too with the TEC. So they want TE Academy to contribute to the communication efforts as well.
I think this is very linked to the retroactive action for this sprint also. This is kind of one of the retroactive actions to take this sprint. Is this thing where we still find these weird loopholes and boundaries and yeah. Anyways, keep going.
I think it makes a lot of sense though. I mean, I think it's great for the TE Academy and the TE Commons to have a joint sort of plan like this.
Yep. The next one, yeah, go ahead, sure.
Sorry, just to like a quick final thought on that. I feel that out of all the teams, one that really stands out with their results are the T Academy. And I mean, I've been like trying to bring back this like a personal like vision that I have, where the first generation of the T fundamentals course is going to bring a lot of new people to the community. So I mean, I still believe that this T Academy team has been providing like very tangible results. So I mean, in the end, I know that it's not like direct value. It's not like spending what we earn. But I feel that it's like in the longer term, it's like one of the few plans that we have that actually we could be like sharing this idea of like expanding the community and just having more token engineers. So yeah, it's part of a longer conversation, but
No
yeah, I
worries.
wanted to share a little bit of this. And
Hey, Chewy.
sorry.
I'm
Gideon?
sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but can I jump in for 1 sec? Because I just want to support that what you're saying. Like, I think that it will be really important for us. I've been watching the Academy's Discord server, and it's hopping. Like, there are all kinds of new people coming in. I mean, it's really alive. So something's working, And I guess what I would say is the thing that I think is going to be really important for us to do is figure out what the bridge is. So like in the fall, like we should be really thinking. This is why I'm really interested in the token gate, like figuring out how we get those people who are like interested in this new course to then come over and say like, oh yeah, actually, wow, this is like a group, this is a community that I'd like to be a part of, and then to come over to the TEC and join. So I'm just enough said from me on that, but I think it's important to be thinking about the success of like what's happening with Academy right now and the comms and like their joint, like the Discord starting to grow, and then how do we then bridge that back? I think it's
Yeah,
cool.
I think the success of the Academy, it's quite simple. They have a very clear product. They have very clear dates and roadmap. So it's no brainer to follow it up. It's really simple. The message is really clear. So that helps people, no matter the technical or not technical background, to sort of plug in into the Academy because it's very clear what they offer. It's very clear the timings of what they when they will offer that, and it's education. That's it. So it's very simple, and I feel like, yeah, that's it. We are getting expanding on this. So, Shui, any other thought? We have here Mirror XYC as another channel for the TEC International Languages.
Yes. It's been a complicated week for Escanora because he was traveling back to Venezuela, and there were like some traveling plans in the middle. But he is already in touch with the contributors, and they've been uploading each their contributions. So here are the first two that he shared with me, but they are under the same Mirror account. Um, and the idea, I mean, just to complete like the steps with these two translations, the idea would be for reaching out to Jessica and asking her to edit the article, the original article, and just add like on top a brief description of this article is also available in Spanish and Turkish, and just like links to these articles, and vice versa, also in Mirror, linking to the original articles. So yeah, so finally some updates in this Mirror setup thing.
Nice.
Um,
And comes Team DAO support for proposal embedded.
Yes, also, we've been doing some progress with this. Merit and I have been collaborating in an article. It's like it was kind of exciting actually because I don't know why I haven't like written anything for the TEC before. So it was fun just like getting in touch with Merit and collaborating in this article, and it's gonna be like just like a summary of everything that has happened around the proposal inverter. And we're gonna be publishing it, I think, in. We're still discussing it, but we are considering Prime DAO's Medium because they have a lot of exposure. But linking it to the TEC somehow, and also making translation ourselves and promote those from the TEC translations Mirror. So yeah, sorry, I was like in the middle of updating this, but yeah, thanks, Edu.
It's all good.
And what else? Yeah, well, this is for this sprint, and then in the product backlog, there are a couple of issues exploring things around like real life events.
Right.
But I wanted to keep them in the backlog because, like Anatech as a T Academy team contributor, she does a lot of like real life events, and we're still figuring out the thing around the proposal. And also since like we are taking some austerity measures, like in the sense of like participating or hosting events. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna do a lot of. We're gonna make a lot of progress this next sprint on this. But yeah, still in a radar, however.
It's Anatech on the GitHub repository.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was in the other one where I tagged her.
Okay. Just to have her on the loop of this issue.
Okay.
And I guess the second one, the retroaction, is very similar to that one.
Yes, but this is like in other like Discord community spotlights and yeah, more like digital version of it, but still doing outreach to other communities.
Okay. And then website and GitHub link cleanup. Yeah, this one is labeled as high, and then Costa left this note on May 12th, a month ago. And then I think we talked about this where he doesn't have the access to the web page. It was not part of his. It was a confusion on assigning him to this. This was on Casales' end, but I see that he's still assigned here. Is this have this been finished? Do you have any idea?
No, I hadn't seen this recently, but I'll reach out to Casale and include that in the just in the front end adjustments for this week.
So I will on tag Costa and just reassign it to you, just for the checking if it has been completed or not. All right. The next one is update comes working group sections on Gitbook. Do we know if this? Give me a moment. I will ask for Costa for updates on this. And the next ones, I think this is pretty much all. Do you have any other new ones that you would like to talk about? Nope.
I don't know why those are in new issues. I think these were intended to be in the icebox, I think.
Right.
Uh,
I don't know.
but oh yeah, but I added I also added to the repeating issues. I included there the communications for quantification process. Since we're gonna be like covering every distribution and like yeah, so in the meantime I wanted to include it in repeating.
Okay. Do we want to highlight people every quantification period at some level, like to just let the people know who was the top contributor of our community, or is that something out of our scope?
I think it could be
First
interesting.
fix, but
Like
first fix is the reward, right?
It's
I
I mean
mean,
we know who has been paid, so we can just do this for unpaid contributors, and we already know who is paid or not paid in the TEC. So it's not that we don't have to wait for the change in the contributors, change of reward. Just an idea. You can explore it and do it if you feel like showing. And anything else? Oh, that's it. You're unmuted, so you can talk.
oh yeah. uh, yeah, I think that's it. Um, yeah. We're gonna have a meme party later today, so everyone's invited. Just a quick PSA.
All right. So, Livy, are you ready? Thanks, Joey.
Yes, thank you. I'll be quick. I created a couple of new issues that should be on the left still. So yeah, in the last software call, we talked about token gated plus T Academy. So what Gideon was sharing now, how can we talk to Angela to see if there's any possible collaboration of the alumni joining our server, and if there's any educative initiative we can take that is token gated and it makes sense for everyone. So I should schedule a call with Angela to chat about that. And the next one, communication token gated forum post. So that is on hold until this chat is created, and then we agreed that I would just make a forum post to talk about why we're doing that and some of the cultural implications token gated channels can have and what are people thinking about it. So just to open a place where we can chat and announce.
All right. I added to SoftGov the updated TE flower. I will have a meeting today with as Laser to see about this. So yeah, just to let you know that.
Cool. You mean the graphic, right? That you said you were gonna make? Yeah.
Correct.
Um,
And you have here on product backlog TE governance guild support.
yeah, that's happening still. We couldn't meet for the last 2 weeks, but we're all in touch and it's still going.
Do you think you will be able to meet this next sprint?
Yeah, we're having calls every week. It just didn't happen the last 2 weeks. And
The brief working group funding discussion.
I think Nate, oh no, Mert.
Mert.
This is kind of old. I wonder if we still need that. Because we had a lot of discussions about the financials of working groups, but then I feel like Sample has took that in a solid direction already.
I will, just for out of respect, I will ask. I send a message to ask for Mert if he has any update. If not, we can close it. Advice process communication improvement.
Yeah, that was something Nate wanted to do. I don't know, how is he still thinking about that?
Okay.
I feel like
And
the last talks we had about it, I feel like we've been good in the advice process, but yeah, nice to ping him and see if there's anything to improve there. And I think that's it. And then,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, just the last one is the reputation draft that I just finished now. I would like, maybe I'll send to a few people to see. I think it's easier to make comments in the Google Doc first. I'll post in the stewards chat too. Then after I'll move it to the forum.
Right. Is there something else, maybe?
No.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
and the best for last, Septi.
Ooh, yeah. Can you put the board? So
Yes, sir. I can.
I put it everything on the product backlog because since also it's ETH Barcelona, like transparency will be working on all those things, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if what is going to get accomplished and what doesn't, but I can just say, like, making the data standardization master file, that's something I also wanted to chat with Gideon. Like, Rex is working on it. The idea is like to share feedback in the transparency call. And then I don't know if it'd be better if we do a review on sample call, or maybe like we do a one-on-one, like the three of us somewhere to get sample feedback on the data standardization.
Eden?
Sorry, I missed the very beginning of that. Are you talking about the budget sheets or the advanced payment?
No, like the master sheet, like the one that is the one that is going to have all of them. Like Rex is going to present it on the next transparency call for feedback, and yeah, the idea is like then also have like sample feedback. So the idea would be like, I don't know if you think like the sample call would be a good place, or maybe like it's too intrusive, and maybe you prefer like having a one-on-one with me and Rex. And yeah, nail it, like sample feedback.
Yeah, what I would say is I already gave my feedback last week on like kind of the details of like what I thought. But if you'd like to take some time in the next sample call, let's do it. Like What I'd
Okay.
say is let's figure out like an efficient way to do it so that you can just give people like maybe the key things you want feedback on, and then do it async, like encourage them to like provide some asynchronous
I see.
feedback.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right. And then out of these ones that you have in the product backlog, Septi, which are priority? Or that you think would be closer to?
This build roadmap and transparency survey that's going, and NFT for the audit, that's something that's quite old. I don't know. I really don't know if those, like, I would put them on the icebox for now, probably.
Okay.
Again, this is not working on that.
The build a roadmap for transparency and transparency survey.
And the NFT too.
Okay. Would you like to just comment on this before the icebox? Not right now, but that's eventually so people can know why it's in the icebox. Just
I mean, that's something that NT wanted to do for some time, but he's not doing it, so it's on there. Yeah, until NT picks that. Like, it's something like NT wanted to do. Like, I thought it was a good idea, but it's like when he wants to take it back, if he wants to ever take it back, maybe like. I really think it's cool, like the DAO holding the audit, but yeah, it
Right.
needs work to get done.
okay. And any change on the repeating ones?
There's also like I need to coordinate with now Mateo is onboarded and he really wants to start working on the front end. So basically, Rodri got the designs almost done. I just posted in the chat with the rest of the people. The idea is like get the designs kind of frozen for Tuesday, so Mateo can start working on the front end. He actually wanted to start working today some hours, but since the designs might change, it's better just to wait a little bit. So he's waiting on the designs to get done. But yeah.
Will you mind creating an issue for Mateo regarding the design part?
Oh no, designs are Rodri, but that's done.
The coding, sorry. Will you mind creating an issue for coding?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Something else?
Yeah, and then I'll also have to write this ABC advanced page, like the budget. I've been talking with Nagen and Mateo today, with Rodri too, so I kind of have the numbers. So it's just type it out. And yeah, that's it. I mean, we also have it Barcelona, so.
All right.
We'll be working there in the Gibbet house.
That's true. That's true. And we will eat sushi.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they eat. All right. Communitas. So should I interview myself, Tam? Or how do we proceed on this?
Just go for it. Just monologue all the way to the end.
All right. Communitas working group. I added a few new ones. But they are not. Oh yeah, I added community spending spreadsheet. The ones that it's for transparency. The master spreadsheet. So we have to add that. And I assigned it to Costa because he's really good with spreadsheets. I am not. And then the second one is outreach token holders that should be finished today. There has been, this is something I probably will bring to everyone's attention later on, or to Gideon's attention too. But in general, there was a feedback from Tam about being smarter with who we outreach on, and if be smarter with the time and who we outreach on this kind of efforts. So I'm consciously targeting first people on the list of hatchers who are focused on token engineering, or are people who are related to that area. And I think that should be something that we can all consider for doing across our communications during our next term. Sorry, apologies. Something's split here. Because I feel like having this very focused communication is something very smart to do. And people actually respond. Like most of the people who I target responded like, "Hey, thanks, didn't know." So it's better than people who has 10 tokens and have no reply in a year. So yeah. Just a quick note on that sense of the outreach to token holders. Support LBS with whatever they need.
Yeah, that's mine. That was LBS. They proposed some changes to the templates, and I just want to support them because they have great ideas. So
All right.
I met with them to talk about it, and I think that they also have some suggestions around new labels and the templates and adding the templates.
That's nice.
Templates
And
for what?
then, say what?
Templates for the Zen Hub issues, actually.
Oh, cool.
And one of their insights was that new contributor, doesn't maybe resonate with newcomers. So they suggested having a newcomer tag. So that when somebody says like, oh, I'm new, versus contributor, and maybe somebody new to the TEC wouldn't recognize themselves as a contributor right away.
Awesome. Thank you.
And then this one that says cross-reference information on the TEC sources. It has been accomplished by Jason, so I will close this one. Kosa will take on the execution of this, which is basically, since Kosa so far is the lord of GitHub, he will make sure that what is in there is a place where all the information is placed, and we can sort of keep track that everything is updated. So this will be for this sprint most probably. Besides that, you already put up the proposal for funding, right, Tam?
I did it during this call. It's in Gardens
All
right
right.
now. I closed it already.
Please,
I closed
guys,
the-
go vote. Thank you, Tam. This one proposal for the trivia night, I will put it in the icebox. I don't think we can afford to spend money, even if it's $200. If anyone is against this, please speak. The idea was to have a token engineering focused trivia night in the fashion that One Hive has, and we can invite people from Token Engineering Academy and everyone who wants to join to be part of this, and they will be focused on token engineering questions, ABC related questions, and it was going to be a fun thing. But this was before we had the beer market idea, so I will put it in an icebox. Does anyone think this is a bad idea and think this is something that we can push or not? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So to the icebox it is. And where is the icebox here? Do you see the ice? Oh, here it is. It was not expanded. So the next one is advice process for onboarding experience, brainstorming. This one will still be in the pro backlog. Yeah, I don't have much to change here. Tam, anything else that you think I'm missing out? Or Gideon? All right.
Sorry, I'd be interested in the Costa's 1304, how to guide in the TEC.
Yeah, I labeled that for next sprint. He's still working on the document and putting that information up. So probably he will present it next Monday. I'm assuming. So yeah.
Oh, so that one comes into the sprint then?
Yes, correct. You are right.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for that.
All right, I look forward to that.
And yeah.
Hey,
Go ahead,
Eduardo.
Gideon. Yeah.
Do you have anything? I may have just missed this, but do you have anything in there about like pushing the membership thing forward? I know Livia's got some things she's thinking about that too, but
Yeah. So what I was thinking is that this one advice process for onboarding experience, it should be changed and it should be advice process for member experience. And that's where I was thinking placing this. Does that make sense to you?
yeah, I think just focusing it in on membership would be really good just
Yeah.
for the next month.
Yeah, I agree. I will put this for this sprint. Also, Livy, Gideon suggested at some point that we can develop this sort of article or something related TEC membership and how we can develop that. I think it's a community that's a soft code effort that could be really interesting to dive into it. Maybe not for this sprint, but something to keep in our loop.
Okay, cool.
All right. I think that's pretty much all. 9 minutes left. Fast round. 1 minute each one. Tam, what are you gonna do this weekend?
So it's the last weekend I'm with my kids for like a month. Then they go to Rome next weekend. So I'm to collaborate next weekend actually. So I guess I will probably not let them go. I'm gonna just hold on to them all weekend. I don't know. It's gonna be embarrassing for them, but that's probably what's gonna happen. And I think we have an apéro tomorrow night with some friends, which will be nice and pretty chill. You know, it's like amazing weather here, like everywhere, I guess. So pretty chill weekend. I'll pass to Zeptimus since I see your face.
Thanks, Tam. Yeah, very emotional when the kids left. I'm also on the other way, like Sam is coming today, and tomorrow we do paella with the, I don't know the English word, but the pandilla crew. I don't know. Yeah, with the friends from the village. Gang. Yeah, with the village gang. And then, yeah, the pool is open. So, yeah, chilling. And start enjoying the summer. So, yeah, I'll pass it to Gideon.
Thanks, Zepti. We got a heat wave coming to Seattle. At least for us, it's gonna be hot. And then we've got a lot of family stuff happening this weekend. So we're actually starting to clean our house, which has been something we've sadly neglected for several months. So deep clean. I'll pass to Chewy.
Thanks, Gideon. This weekend, I have to work a lot because apparently our proposal in Gnosis is going to pass. And we just have a lot of planning to do around the tour. So we're very, very excited for this, but like all of the weight like suddenly like just like fell. We haven't really had time to celebrate. So yeah, confirmation of like the venues, making an official announcement, planning all of the onboarding process. So yeah, we're very, very excited for that, but it's gonna be like work nonstop for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I can't wait to finally share with everyone the documentary that we're gonna make out of this. So yeah, that's gonna be my my whole weekend. I'll pass it to Mitch.
Yeah, I'm getting on a plane tomorrow to go to Barcelona. So, getting the F out of this rain in Costa Rica, it's terrible. So getting out of there, packing up, leaving my house for 3 months, making sure it doesn't have bugs growing in it or mold or I don't know, terrible things. But yeah, so my weekend will be mostly traveling and jet lag. And I'll pass it to Olivia.
Thank you. I'm traveling to Barcelona next weekend, so this is my last one in Cairo, and I'm just having jam time with friends, music and dance and beauty, and very excited. And I'll pass to Zati.
Here
I
I
think-
go.
Yeah, Juan.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't slept well for several days, so I want to sleep and return to Barranquilla. I'm still in Bogota in my sister's house, but yeah, sleeping. And I'll pass to Tam.
I'm the last one left. So for all those folks who are coming to Barcelona, please bring comfortable shoes, breathable shoes, and bring comfortable clothes to walk a lot and to bear the heat of Barcelona. It's very dry for me, probably humid for some of you. So come food ready, clothes ready to embrace this. And sunscreen, a lot of sunscreen. besides that, my plan for this weekend, I don't have much of a plan. Right now, I can only think about resting, and that's it. We'll read some stuff. I got this very interesting book from the University of Chicago that is about the Panama Canal Zone and how American expansionism was a performance, and how they developed that performance, and how it impacted race, and how it impacted architecture and so on. So it's a very interesting book that I will try to accomplish this weekend. With that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for your patience today, and it was a pleasure to have you all. And I look forward to see you in 2 weeks. Take care, everyone.
Nice job.
Thanks, Edu.
Thanks, Edu.
Order, you're the best.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.